Now the warning is clear. Our streets don't feel British, and the end's drawing near. They divided the right, while the numbers kept rising. Time to stop the talking. It's time for deciding. Join Restore or be no more. Join Restore or be no more. Stand up together, fight for our shore. Join Restore or be no more. Millions must go, send them back where they came. You must speak English, we don't care for the game. No more excuses, speak English or get out. Learn our traditions, don't force us to learn yours. Respect our culture or head straight for the doors. This is Britain, we don't bow to foreign laws. Join Restore or be no more. Join Restore or be no more. Stand up together, fight for our shore. Join Restore or be no more. No more grooming gangs, no more two-tier rules, no more foreign flags flying over our schools. Put Britain first, protect our kids and our land. If you won't stand with us, then you don't understand. From the 4 nations, one people, one flag in the sky. No more division, it's do or it's die. No more talking, no more fear. The hour is late, and the moment is here. Join Restore or be no more. Join Restore or be no more. Millions must go, send them back to the shore. You must speak English or you're out the door. Join Restore or be no more. Join Restore or be no more.
Excellent. Morning, guys. Hope you're all well. Tudo bem, as they say in Portugal. All well in my little world. The little world of Don Camilo. Another wet, miserable day in South Wales. Yeah, come to expect it. I was away last night, wasn't I? Something happened in real life. Forgot the 8 p.m. show. Right out of my mind until I had a phone call. Right out of my mind. Oh well. Sorry about that, guys. It happens now and again. Just checking here. See, Ragnar's done a remake. Okay, nothing happening there, guys. Right. Should we have a quick look at X? Why not? Let's have a look at X, see what's going on there. Oops. Yeah, that was a parking thing. There was something at the top, though. Forget that. More aggro. Always aggro, isn't it? Yeah, this was interesting. Tommy Robinson's crew. As head of security for Tommy Robinson, I have the responsibility of directing 35 close protection professionals, making sure they are equipped and advised with the best intel, right down to the smallest of details to secure him in the best way humanly possible, making sure he can get from A to B safely. We act as a physical barrier between Tommy and threats, not for the faint-hearted. Well, yeah, 35 of you, that's a small army, isn't it? Who needs 35? That's probably more than the President of the United States has around him at any one time. Oh dear. Tommy's got a bald spot. Is he going to be a slaphead? What do you think, guys? Is Tommy going to be a slaphead? It looks like it, doesn't it? Oh well. As a slaphead, yeah. Nothing wrong with being a slaphead. Jumping up. Who says that grifting doesn't work? Cult followers. All want to be friends with Tommy. Except me. I wish he'd go and live in America. Oh well. What else is there over on X? Let's check in with the boys. Restore Britain. Restore Britain. Makerfield, Restore Britain. Yeah. The Reform Party, they've got a decent candidate out as well, though, haven't they? The Reform Party, that plumber. I watched a video of him. Seems quite good, actually. Yeah, seems a genuine bloke. I think he'd be better off in Restore Britain, though, than with the tree frog Nigel. He's going to get disillusioned in the end, I think. I don't know what you think, but I think he's going to get disillusioned. They always get disillusioned with Nigel in the end. Nice photo of that. They are starting to notice Reform's new enemy defies the odds. Why Rupert Lowe's Restore Britain is defying expectations. The new people. Yeah, the new people. Good news in Great Yarmouth. This is what somebody mentioned in the comments. Pushing for vape shop Turkish barber investigations with our new county councillors. Good. Oh, this is a new one. I think we'll have a listen to this, shall we? Might as well.
The work.
Why are you backing Restore Britain?
Because I just think it's the only solution that we've got. Reform have proven themselves time and time again to be a waste of space. I don't trust Farage as far as I could throw him. And as I mentioned before, to me, Rupert has already proved himself to be the only MP at the moment that seems to be willing to put in the work to do what's necessary.
And, you know, you mentioned Farage and not trusting him. Well, how do you feel about what Reform, Zia Youssef Farage did to Rupert by, you know, kicking him out of the party and attempting to put him in prison?
Well, it's lawfare. It's political assassination. And I'm not being funny, but if you want someone with integrity to rule a country, you don't want somebody who uses lawfare and defamation to try and destroy someone and put them in prison. I don't want a prime minister who tries to put his political enemies behind bars. That's a dictatorship. And the fact that Zia Youssef, if Reform win and Zia Youssef would become Home Secretary, we would have a man as Home Secretary who tried to put Rupert in prison. And no, I can't abide that. I can't abide that.
Totally agree. And what's your message to the British public? If you could say one thing to them about Restore Britain, what would you say?
I would say now is the time to get involved because time is running out. People tend to think in terms of 10 years, 20 years. We don't even have 15 years. Now, we need to get involved now because time is running out. And back Rupert Lowe because, to be quite honest, he's the only person I genuinely believe is the solution.
Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, let's get back to you. GST, Great Social. You're going to go to Macclesfield, are you? I tell you what, I'll come up as well, because guess what I've got? Can you come up to the mic, Macclesfield, GST? Can you come up to the mic? If I get a link, have you got a moment? Let's have a look, copy that. Taste. Got a moment, GST, to come up to the mic? I know you're busy. If not, we can talk tonight. Guys, I'm sorry about last night. Something happened in the family and knocked the stream right out of my mind. Right out of my mind. I wasn't thinking about anything last night other than what was going on in my life. Suppose it's okay. Still alive. Okay, GST, listen, look what I've got. I don't know if you can see this, but if you're unloading, it's arrived. You know what it is, don't you? It is a gimbal. And now I've got my microphone to go outside. That arrived. And I got my earbuds. I can now go outside and record. And if you were going to Macclesfield, I'm going to Makerfield as well. Okay? So if you come on tonight, we can talk about it. I'll come up on the Friday night and we can hit the bricks. Well, it's not like that thing I found in my wife's cupboard. Oh my God, is she listening? I don't think so. I think she's gone for breakfast or something. It's my gimbal. And I put my phone on it. Well, when I read the instructions, I'll find out how to work it. Yeah. And your camera goes on it and it keeps it all steady. And so I'm ready. I'm ready to go on the road. And I'm going to get my car done next week. Make sure it's roadworthy. I suppose I should check it's got oil in it and check the tires. I never do stuff like that, but I'm looking forward. So if you were going up to Makerfield, I'll go up and meet you up there. I'll go up on the Friday night, book into an hotel or something, or bed and breakfast, or even sleep in the car. Or if you've got a tent, we can sleep in the tent. I don't care. But if you're going to be there, I'm going to be there. Are you up for it? I'm well, thank you, Patriot. I love that, Patriot 1428. That 2, I think, I don't know. I think I prefer an higher number than a 2. 1438, 1448, 1458, 1468, 1478, 1488. That might be okay. 88 is my favorite number, actually. It's the number of my U-boat in the game. I'll have to show you some gameplay of me playing Silent Under 5 with the excellent mod Wolves of Steel. Now, what do you mean if you can get there, brother? It's you've put it in my mind. I'm not going on my own. I need a meat shield. You've got to stand between me and the bad guys. You wouldn't see an old man beaten to the ground, would you? No, you've got to go there. Morning, Aggie. Kerry, sorry about last night, guys. Really am sorry. And Ribeye was kind enough to ring up and inquire after my health. I'm afraid he didn't catch me. Well, I'm always polite, or try to be polite. Yeah, but it was nice of him to get in touch. And it was nice that some of you actually missed me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, JST, well, we'll just have to see what happens, but we'll get together soon, I'm sure, because I'm going out on the road. Yeah. I have to. My wife will be coming back off holidays, so I'm going to have to go somewhere. Back under the subway, I expect. Pretty cheap to stay there. Thank you, BC Wench. Thanks for your concerns. Feel terrible, terrible. I didn't like it when Dino Bain vanished, and I was only gone for a day. Mind you, I'm concerned about who that guy was who's looking for me around town. Well, around the village. I mean, we're really small, and so some stranger in town was walking around asking in the shops if they knew me. And they all said, yeah. Didn't say where I lived or anything like that. If he follows this channel, he knows I'm in the club on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays. I haven't checked with the club, though. I didn't go down this weekend, did I? Because my wife's away. I should have, but there we go. You be careful on that school run, BC wench. You be careful. Right, let's... Oh, I tell you what's happened for the Ulster. Good morning, Kirsty. There. Everything is okay. It was just, you know what's going on in my life. My poor nephew's still in a coma. They were hoping to bring him out of it, but it didn't work. He's going to have to have they're going to put a metal plate in his head. They took the top of his skull off to relieve pressure. 36, supposed to be getting married. I tell you now, guys, tell the people you care about that you love them. Tell them now. Tell them now, because reminds me of a real dear friend I went to college with. A young girl, actually, much younger than I. But we just hit it off in college. I went back there as a mature student. And I saw her walking down the streets. Said hello to her and she looked great. I always liked her, and in a different time, in a different place, perhaps we'd have been more than friends. And then a couple of weeks later, she was dead. And I'd think back and I thought, I wish I told her how much I liked her as a person. Yeah, tell people you care about, who you care about, tell them now. You might not have a chance tomorrow. Right, Patriot, I'm glad you picked up on that. You reminded me. That was the video I would really want to make. Yeah, I watched the video. If you don't know about it, over in Denmark, the Danish police are pretty violent when it comes to people protesting about their children being sexually abused. So they tend to beat the parents if they object. Well, now they've got a new tactic. Beating the parents didn't work. So now what they're doing is threatening to take their children off them if they go to protests. That's plain sick. Well, 12-year-olds still living at home. Yeah. Can you not send them off to boarding school? I think that's one good thing. It's good to be rich, isn't it? With your children, you can have them when they're sort of young, and then when they get to that awkward age, like 11 or 12, 10, something like that, just send them off to boarding school, and then they can come back, say, term time, maybe once or twice a year. If they're girls then, when they come back, buy them an horse. That'll keep them thinking about boys for a while. Or so I've been assured by people who know about these things. You keep a young girl away from boys, buy them a horse. And and then the girls, when they come back from boarding school and they're old enough, send them off to a finishing school in Switzerland, and you don't have to see them until they're 21. If they're young, just give the children to a nanny. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Kerry, I know we're talking about Denmark again, aren't we? Yeah. Yes, it is. You know, I think I'm like, 77. Soon be talking about being almost 78. And I think about all my friends and people I know who've died early. That young girl, I'll show you a photo of her, who died recently. She was only young. She wasn't even, not even 50. Just gone like that. You know, and I've lived 30 odd years longer than her. Well, she did have a good life. I should show you some photos of her with a family I took of them in Porthcawl. I was walking past and I seen the family group out. We joined them. We had a real good drink. And then last month, no, it must be 2 months ago now, her father, a young man, really young, relative to me, couldn't have been 60. Dropped down dead. I feel so sorry for his wife. To lose your daughter and your husband, that's a bummer. That bloody... Had they drunk the Kool-Aid? Yeah, they drunk the Kool-Aid. Is there a link? I can't prove it. I do know one thing. We have a lot of deaths in this area of young people, and they've all got one thing in common, because I ask people, some people won't. Did they drink the Kool-Aid? Yeah, they drank the Kool-Aid. Definitely. Anyhow, let's have a go here. Hang on, no, I've got to find it first, I think. Oh, yeah. It's down here. Ragnar the Viking has changed over to... He's done some new footage for this song.
The old lion stood firm when the sirens would wail.
Freedom Dad,
Never give
in London.
in, never give in without fail. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the fields. We shall never surrender, no matter what yields. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. He meant every word, no shadow of regret. This was their finest hour, he said through the night, and the people believed him. He gave us the light. But you're not the old lion, Sir Flip-Flop, no. You're not the old lion, and we need you to know. He carried our hope when the world was afraid. You promised us change and let that hope fade. You're not the old lion, we're telling you true. You're not the old lion, and we're done believing in you. If you're going through hell, keep going, he'd say. While the cities were burning, he showed us the way. The price of greatness is responsibility. He lived every word for the nation to see. He walked through the rubble, shook hands in the streets, gave courage to strangers with nothing to eat. A voice in the darkness that steadied our fears. A leader who earned every one of our cheers. But you're not the old lion, Sir Flip-Flop, no. You're not the old lion, and the country says so. He lifted us up when the skies were all black. You took away warmth and you never gave back. You're not the old lion, we're telling you true. You're not the old lion, and we're done believing in you. You came with big promises, hope in your eyes. A new day for Britain, an end to the lies. Then winter fuel gone for the old and the cold, while gifts and free tickets and suits were your gold. The trust that we
Love
gave
you.
you has
Love
slipped
you,
through your
Barry.
hands. The dreams that we shared lie buried in sand. No enemy marching, no bombs in the sky. Just choices you made while the people ask why. The old lion lost once the fighting was done, but he won in the war, the hardest one. You've lost in the peace that you swore you would bring, and the silence is louder than anything. No, you're not the old lion, so flip-flop, no.
Love
You're
this
not
song.
the old lion, and we want you to know we stood with the old lion through fire and through pain, but we won't stand with you, not ever again. We will not fight on the beaches for you. We will not fight in the fields for you. We will not fight in the streets for you. We will not fight anywhere for you. You wankers!
I think Ragnar done a great job with that, didn't he? I like the other one as well, but this is great. That was the footage, I think, from Freedom Dad in London. That was brilliant, wasn't it? That was excellent. I like this slot 8 till 9 in the morning before it really starts. I got to get my act together on the videos, guys. Pay more attention. The one I put out this morning was absolute rubbish. I just thought I had to get something out. No, I wasn't going to get that out. Didn't want to frighten you. Oh dear. All right. Let's get back over to X, is it? See what's going on there. There was something I wanted to show you there as well. And if we get there, share this. There it is. It's the odds. Back last week, Restore was at 50 to 1. And they've been dropping down on the 10 to 1, 9 to 1. Yesterday, they were at 5 to 1. Now they're 4 to 1. I'm telling you, by the time the election comes, the by-election, there'll be odds on. I bet that Labour MP, Simpson or whatever his name was, who stood down for Andy Burnham to stand as a candidate, he's feeling pretty sick now. Because Burnham had to win for him to get to deliver on his promise to give him a top job in number 10. So he was resigned, stood down, and now he's going to be right up the Swanee, isn't he? He's going to be up the creek without a paddle when Burnham loses, and he will. There are, what is there? I said this morning, there are 75,000 voters in Makerfield. 75,000 voters. Last time, the turnout was 52%. So that's 35,000, roughly 35,000 voters didn't vote last time. 35,000. So if Restore can get out those 35,000, those alone would win it. Then there's going to be the disgruntled Labour voters who were hacked off about having Andy Burnham parachuted into their constituency. Didn't even have to go through a selection process with the local Labour Party. That's going to piss people off, that's for sure. That'll really piss people off, or Labour people. They like to have a say in who represents them in Parliament, or who represents Parliament to them. Yeah. So I think some of them will come over to Restore. Then there's all those Reform Party members, voters. A large number of those will have only voted for the Reform Party because there was no Restore Party candidate. So I think they'll probably come over to Restore Britain. At least I hope so. I think they will. Kev K57, who does the 50s style music for us, he's got something different out today, I think. Should we go have a look at that? Let's put that there. Let's go here. Share this. Play that. Kind of different, this one.
Down where the river rolls. Whoa, sha-la-la. Whoa, sha-la-la. Whoa, sha-la-la. Ooh, sha-la-la. Ooh, whoa, sha-la-la. The evening glow. Down where the river ramble rolls. A boy from the back road, dust on his shoes. Dreaming of Cypress Avenue, he lived where the hedgerows lean and bend, where the bus comes late at the gravel end, with a patched up bag and a borrowed tie. He'd watch her laughing in the schoolyard light. She came from the houses with gates so tall, white snow shining past the garden wall. But she smiled like sunshine through morning rain. And suddenly school didn't feel the same. He had mud on his cuffs, she had ribbons blue. 2 different roads, one bell at 2. By the lockers, by the stairs, they found a little world right there. On Cypress Avenue, she said, I'll wait for you. He said, my heart's beating like a drum. Ooh, Cypress Avenue. What's a poor boy gonna do when a rich girl's daddy knows where he's from? He carried her books through the autumn mist, stole one shy smile and one small kiss by the corner shop where the lamplight shone. She said, come Friday, pick me up at home. His knees went weak and his face went red. He heard every word that she softly said, cause he knew that street and he knew that name. He knew her daddy just the same. He trimmed that lawn and he swept that drive and washed that car till it gleamed alive. Now he's standing with flowers in his hand, trying to look like a gentleman. On Cypress Avenue, she said, I'll wait for you. He said, my heart's beating like a drum. Ooh, Cypress Avenue. What's a poor boy gonna do when a rich girl's daddy knows where he's from? He rang that bell with a trembling thumb. Tap, tap, tapping like a snare drum hum. The porch light snapped, the big door swung, and there stood her father, soothe and frown. Evening, sir, the poor boy said, with his cap held low and his cheeks gone red. I'm here for your daughter, not the garden today. And Daddy stared, then stepped away. Well, son, if you work half as hard at loving her as you do at shining my Chevrolet, have her home by 10. On Cypress Avenue, she came dancing through in a yellow dress and a pearl white smile. Ooh, Cypress Avenue, 2 hearts breaking through. Cypress Avenue. Love came shining true, with a poor boy brave at the front door like, ooh, Cypress Avenue. She took his hand and knew they'd be dancing down the back roads tonight. Sha-la-la, the moon was high. Daddy watched as they rolled by. A boy from the back road, flowers in view, found his dream on Cypress Avenue.
Oh, Kev, give us one with an happy ending then. Some of his songs can be a bit sad, especially ones about his family, what they went through. Yeah. Oh, good morning, Freedom Dad. We've just been playing your video. Really good. I really shouldn't play it again. I put a link in. Copy, paste. Just put that in. Wondering where Freedom Dad is today. One never knows where Freedom Dad is. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Is he in heaven? Is he in hell? That damned elusive Freedom Dad. Oh, you woke up to it, did you? Good. Yeah. Yeah, Ragnar done a good job with that video, didn't he? Okay, guys. Here we are. We got Freedom Dad. Let's get him in here. Oh, for God's sake.
No, I know. I'm having a lie and I deserve it. I only got back yesterday.
Who's that next to you? Who's that arm I can see?
There's never anybody next to me, mate.
On the other side. You're not kidding me, mate.
There's nobody, okay. Mate. I'm all on my own.
Under the blankets.
Oh, you don't want to see under the blankets?
No, I don't. You do deserve a break, Freedom Dad. You do deserve a break.
Yeah,
no doubt about that.
Yeah, it was a crazy weekend. Crazy weekend.
It was. But look, Freedom Dad, you've just woke up, quite rightly. Look what I've got. Hang on. Can you see it?
Hold on. Got you on the telly. Let me see. Because a wee delay, so there is. 2 seconds. Oh, gimbal. Oh.
Yeah, well, you know what this is? Yeah. I'm going to out on the streets.
Oh, good, mate. Good. Good on you.
I'm going to go up to Makerfield for the by-election.
All right, good. All right, good stuff. Where were you last night?
Yeah, I had something happened in my real life. I don't know if you know it. I've got some family members really ill. One of them's in a coma.
Right, okay.
I'm hoping he wasn't coming out. So anyhow, it just knocked the stream right out of my mind because he didn't come out of the coma. And
right.
And I just forgot. You know what life is like, Freedom Dad. You've been there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Just everybody was worried. I had a few phone calls asking did I have your number and stuff like that.
You should have my number. I should get it to you. There's only one person got my two people have my telephone number. My wife, that's the only person who phones me, and Ribeye. He's the only other person who's got my phone number.
Yeah, I did say that to one of the guys. Ribeye would have it, you know.
Yeah, he's the only one. I mean, and you know what it's like, security is like, and some guy's been around the village looking for me. You know what it's like in a small community. Everyone knows everyone. Yeah. So when a guy rocks up asking who I am and about me, I'm going to go looking for him today.
Well, I had the Reaper. I don't know, the Reaper is on your channel. I had him looking for me in where I live. And none of my neighbors would tell him where I lived.
Quite right. Security is everything. It wouldn't be difficult to find me though, because you could visit every house in 10 minutes if you come to where I live.
well, Reaper eventually did find me. You know what I mean?
I had a bad experience way back in time.
Right.
I trusted someone with my address, and there was a guy I didn't trust. I really didn't trust. And then one day,
Right.
my friend rocked up with a guy I didn't trust. And that guy then knew where I lived. And he later on became a real bad enemy, Yeah. And
Yeah.
I cursed my friend for giving my address away to him. I really did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
the man was violent.
yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
happened, but he was.
I think
Security is so important.
I think the worst enemies you can get, mate, are people that are close to you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Yep. You have to
So
be so careful who you trust.
did you enjoy the live stream?
I did. I really did.
What did you think? What did you think of the two Muslim guys at the
I
end?
I thought I didn't know what to make of it. I thought, first of all, I thought they said they was Iranian or something like I was trying to follow it. And
Yeah.
they were going on. And I think you said you'd seen them before. Then that
Yeah.
Iranian girl came up. She waded into him, and but she wouldn't answer any questions about Palestine. It was. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I just found it really strange. At the time, it was like, just rolling with alive and dealing with what comes up. You know what I mean? But just like it's just strange being at a demo like that. I suppose it's the Tommy Robinson demo, so you gotta remember that. You know what I mean? But it's just strange. So it was, mate. You know what I mean? It's like dangerous as well. You know what I mean? And this is like thinking about it. I was thinking about it last night actually, and it's nothing. I'm not having a dig at anybody, or I'm it's too early in the morning to even have digs at anybody. But I mean, it's this is the thing about the multicultural thing. You know what I mean? And everybody welcome and all that carry on. Anybody can turn up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did think about it when you was there. When you was there, there are some people with low impulse, yeah, and they're
Yeah.
prone to violence. And I thought if one of those was a bad one,
Well, Paul, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, there was something more to that than met the eye. You know what I mean? Like I've found the clip from last September, where that guy goes by now. I mean, I can't be 100% sure. It looks like him. It looks like him now, and he's got it all. He's got his beard all trimmed now, and he had his hood up, and he walked by the camera and shouted "Free Palestine." That was last year. This year it was like the way they came in. They never left us. After the camera went down, they were there for an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour. We had the whole Patriots back. I mean, like they were circling us like sharks. Swear to God, like they never left us for at least 20 minutes to half an hour after the live went down. You know what I mean?
It's alarming, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is alarming. I understand Vindicator, he goes out quite often, and he's got a stab-proof vest. Back in the day, with the Green Arrows, I had a camera crew like you, but in those days you had to have big cameras. They were really big, the news reporting cameras, and every one of my camera team had a stab-proof vest, and stuff like that, and neck guards.
Yeah. Well, this is what we were saying. Like, you know what I mean? It was as if, because there was me, little veteran, England till I die. These are well-known guys, you know what I mean? And England till I die he's in Leicester. As you know, Leicester's like, there's only 10% left in Leicester, and he gets a lot of flack up in Leicester because he's well known from the Islamists, you know what I mean? So there's between me, FreedomDad, the little veteran, and England till I die. And they've came straight to us, you know what I mean? And then they never left us, you know what I mean? And it was like, there was a stage where like after I was thinking they could have just prodded one of us and flew off.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
Perhaps you should think about a vest, one of those vests that Vindicators got. They quite liked. They wouldn't save you.
Believe it or not, on my Facebook, I keep getting adverts for bulletproof vests.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if the universe is trying to tell me something.
This is my late father's walking stick. After
Right.
my father died, he went to my brother. I'm the oldest brother. He went to brother number 2, a year younger than me.
Yeah.
When he passed on, the stick came to me. When I go, it'll go to any brothers I've got left. Now, I don't need a walking stick, but I've done a course in how to defend myself with one. These are great little devices. And the thing is, you can prod your camera staff if they get uppity, or any of your moderators, just prod them with your stick. That's what I do.
Yeah. But it was just strange with the Iranians. The Iranians seem nice people, you know what I mean? And what do you make of the Iranians? What's your view on all that? Because it's a strange one, isn't it? I don't really get it, to be honest with you. Are they still Muslims?
Well, there's a lot of Christians in Iran. I mean, during my time in the Navy, I met a lot of Iranians. That's in the days of the Shah. And they were nice people. In fact, almost, well, they're Persians, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were really nice people, you know, and there was so many there. There was like over 1,000, like easy, like.
Well, the thing is, you've got the supporters for the old royalty. They want the Shah back, or the family back, don't they? So but they are intelligent people. Yeah. But I don't know. It's still not our war, Freedom Dad. It's not our war, and it shouldn't be on our streets.
Yeah. Well, they led the Tommy Robinson march.
That was disappointing. Talking about that, there's I don't know if you've seen the clip up on X today. It's from the top security bloke for Tommy Robinson, and they're walking down the street, and Tommy's surrounded with 35 security guards. You couldn't get near him at all, you know. Yeah. And he's saying, well, 35 security guards, that's more than the president of America's got. I know. Just to walk down the streets. And in the middle, Tommy is quite short, isn't he? And Tommy's in the middle of all these men, you know.
Yeah.
I did notice Tommy's going to be a slaphead. I don't know if when he sees the footage, he'll see that he's gone bald at the back. Yeah, that's how it starts. Yeah.
You love it, don't you?
I do. You've got to notice these things. It's something I can now turn around and say slaphead Tommy Robinson, and no one can say anything because I'm a slaphead. It's just one slaphead having a go at another slaphead.
Yeah. I haven't obviously had a chance to watch any of the actual demo. Did you see it, the speeches or anything like that yet?
Yeah, sorry, mate. I'm just
the speeches. Sorry.
Yeah, I did. I saw not all of them. I saw Sargon of Akkad, which was good. Yeah. Well, yeah. Should Carl Benjamin have been there? Well, I don't know. It lends credibility to Tommy Robinson, who I'm against, obviously, because he's a Zionist. But it was an opportunity to win over support. Andrew Bridgen was good. Lawrence Fox, I don't know what planet he was on. I see people today are saying that we should get Lawrence Fox and Benabid, people like them, into Restore. Though, well, once upon a time, I thought Lawrence Fox was the bee's knees, but I think he's been talking to Charlie too many times in the toilet with Tommy. Did you see the photographs of Lawrence Fox on that luxury train with those two girls?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. A real luxury train. And Lawrence Fox and Tommy Robinson with two girls. And I thought, no, this don't look right at all. You know, it don't look right at all for the lifestyle. Riding around in a luxury train. And I mean luxury. You know, private compartments and that.
Oh, so Lawrence Fox was strange. Everyone to their own, Paul. Everyone to their own. That's what I say. You know what I mean?
Well, you're going to get a private train as well now, are you, Freedom Dad? You should get one, shouldn't you? Be like the old Queen. She had a train.
Yeah, I 12-hour bus it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Freedom Dad 1. We get an airplane. We can call it Freedom Dad 1. Yeah.
Freedom Daughters. Freedom Daughter.
Yeah. Well, you ought to get a private plane. I mean, you're between Belfast and Glasgow and London, you know.
Yeah, so it's only
quite a bit
25.
of
It's
travel.
only 25 quid, 25 quid on the train, on the boat, which is really
Yeah.
good. And then I normally get picked up at the boat, and then I've got my mate looks after me in Glasgow, as you know, and then it's 50 quid down to London on the bus, you know what I mean? It's pretty bad. Can't complain at that, mate, you know what I mean?
I love traveling. I really do. Trains, boats, planes, anything. I just love traveling, the journey.
I got home yesterday, right? So, come up from London, left London. Not yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday morning. Left London. No, I left London the day before. What day are we on, mate?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Right, so honestly,
I had to think.
Yeah. So I left London on Monday. Was it Monday night? Or was it Monday morning? No, no, Monday night. Monday night, right? Left London at what time did we get the bus at? 10:30 Monday night. Got into Glasgow yesterday morning at 7:30. I got picked up. Went into my mates. Got changed. Got showered. Got picked up a couple of hours later, and from one of the boys over here that was over in Scotland, took me straight to the boat. We got on the boat, came over here, and I got dropped off at Belfast. So I've got to get an hour train to get to where I stay. It's just like 20 minutes away, right? Just outside Belfast. I fucking done all that journey and got the wrong fucking train. Fucking got the wrong train. Fuck's sake. I'm sitting on the train. I'm like going the total opposite direction I'm meant to be going in. You know what I mean? Couldn't believe it. So I end up. I was told stay there, and we'll just come and get you.
So,
yeah.
You could have done without that.
I was disappointed in myself, mate. You know what I mean? I've done so well. Got from London to Glasgow to Northern Ireland, and then I couldn't even get to Belfast to Bangor. You know what I mean? For fuck's sake.
What did you think of the London? How could you get lost on the Circle line? You went to the wrong station on the Circle line.
No, we were in the right station. We got on the wrong tube. That was Donkey's fault. I'm blaming Donkey.
You know you blame him for everything. You blame Donkey for everything.
But what about them two guys in London? That was mental, wasn't
it? The two guys. The memorable bits about your time in London was when you talked to the veteran. That was good. I really liked that.
So see when we were traveling to get the tube, and we were sitting in London just waiting. I don't know if you've seen it. This is a live we done like before we got on the tube, and we were sitting, and these two foreigners came up. So they asked us for a cigarette. One was from Ghana, one was from India. Right, so I was like, "Where are you from?" Ghana. Where are you from? India. I'm like, "Fair enough. Your English is very good." And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "So how did you get to London? Did you just land in London from Ghana?" He goes, "No, I was born here." I was like, "So why didn't you say that you're from London?" You know what I mean? Because that's what they say. Yeah, you know what I mean? He's like, and you want to see in their faces, like, because they knew. You know what I mean? I was like, you're saying you're from Ghana. So it is true. It's not us fucking being far right and racist. You know what I mean? It's them saying it themselves. They're born here, but they're still from Ghana. They're still from India.
Of course they are.
But
look at the cricket. Just the cricket test, isn't it, Freedom Dad?
Yeah.
Who does all these third-generation Pakistanis? Who do they support when the cricket comes on? They support Pakistan.
Yes, you're right. But the guy came sat next to me. Fuck me, mate. He was giving it all that, but the Israelis and going hard, and You know, like they're proper, like they hated Tommy, they hated Israel. They were, you know what I mean? And yeah, I get that, like, but like they were, you could tell this guy is up for fucking doing the damage, like, you know what I
Well,
mean?
that is what you say there is really interesting. Now, as you know, I'm no fan of Israel, or rather, I'm no fan of Zionism. I
Yeah,
believe that land belongs to those who can occupy it, hold it, and keep
yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's cruel, but that's the way of the world. But I don't hate the Israeli people. I don't hate the
yeah, yeah,
Pakistanis,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
they actually hate us. Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah. But
that is worrying.
it's just like, you see what does my nut then? It's the way, like, you know, I understand, you know, I understand everybody's point of view and I respect everybody's point of view, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's when they talk about Israel and Israel for the, as you know, especially Tommy's quite passionate about it. You know yourself, Tommy's quite passionate about it. And there's plenty of footage where he talks about Israel being for the Israels and why shouldn't they have their own land and it's their land, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to our land, it's a totally different attitude. You know what I mean?
The thing is with Tommy is his hypocrisy, Freedom Dad. I put a clip of him up. He says it all the time. He poses on top of an Israeli tank, holding an SMG, yeah,
Yeah,
saying he loves Israel, he loves Zionism, and he will fight for it. He said before the war started with Iran and South Lebanon, so they're at war now, so he wants to fight for him. Why doesn't he go? I said I'll pay for his airline ticket to
yeah.
go. If I
But
believe that, go on.
yeah,
Sorry,
no,
Freedom Dad.
no, but it's like, you know, I stand up over here and go, like, I'm an Ulster man, and I will fight for Ulster men, and this land is for the Ulster people. You know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah.
racist. I'm far right. You know what I mean? I'm not inclusive enough. You know what I mean? I'm fully hate. But you know what I mean? I'm as passionate about being an Ulster man and my country being for my people, as Tommy is for Israel and Israel being for Israel people. You know what I mean?
Well, but you
It's
never hear
confusing.
Tommy really
It is
speaking
really
out for the British people. He never really speaks about, oh, I love. Well, he's not English, is he? He's supposed to be Irish. He's half Irish, half English, I think. You know,
yeah,
you never hear him saying, I would fight and die for England or the United Kingdom, the country that give him his home. I think this. I just don't trust him, Freedom Dad. I think he's a paid asset of Israel. We know
yeah.
he
A
gets
lot of
money
people,
from there.
a lot of people think that. I don't really know too much about it. I just can't imagine. I just don't understand like how anybody would need to pay anybody. Do they really need Tommy Robinson? Do they need anybody? Israel? You know, this is what I don't really. You know what I mean? I take everything with a pinch of salt, bro. To be honest with you, mate. You know, just you know, everybody says, "Oh, he's getting paid. He's getting paid." I'm not too sure. You know what I mean? I just don't see.
Well, he is being paid. Ezra Levant paid him a salary, didn't he?
Why? But that's rebel news. That's rebel media, is it not? That's
Yeah, but who's behind these organizations? Who's behind these organizations? These
yeah,
guys got billions. If you have a look at, say, the American Congress and the American Senate, when you've got billions and billions and billions of dollars, you can buy almost anyone. Can't buy people like you, can't buy people like me. But most politicians can be bought. And this is how America is channeling so much money there, because they own all the politicians. And the same applies in all Western countries.
yeah,
Many of our politicians are bought and paid for by Israel. If they're not bought and paid for, they are blackmailed. They go to Israel, they are honey trapped with young girls or young boys, and before you know it, they change their tunes and they're all pro-Israel, pro-Israel.
yeah. That's about
And
like the
why do they
government. Yeah,
want Tommy to do it? I'll tell you why they want Tommy to do it. You said it yourself. At the beginning of our march of the UTK, what flags were at the front? The Israeli flag and the Iranian flags. Yeah,
yeah,
there. That is showing to the world, oh, look, we support the United Kingdom. You should support us. Of course, Tommy and UTK were being used to promote the greater Israel agenda, which means the war against Iran. It's
yeah,
the way the
yeah.
world works.
Like, it was just like I got nothing. I'm gonna be honest. Like I think they were really nice people. The people I met, the Iranians, they were really nice, and you know, quite good looking women as well. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about it. You know, but like when Richard gave a statement out before the demo, and it was saying, not a statement, but he was talking about the demo, and there's no reason for anybody to be in front of the stewards, and everybody should be behind the stewards, and you know what I mean. And then when you seen the demo coming, all the Iranians were in front of the stewards, and they were leading the march, and then they held the march up for ages for a photo shoot. So all the patriots were getting crushed because they were stopping, and then they all were like pushing from the sides. It was a shambles. Like a couple of patriots got pushed out of the way by the stewards. I got shouted at, told to move. I told them, fucking, I'm not moving anywhere. You know what I mean? I'm on a roundabout, for fuck's sake. I mean, they went right through a roundabout. Yeah. Instead of going round the road, you know what I mean? But it was because they couldn't see what was going on because of so many the Iranians. I mean, were in front. Like I estimate there was at least, I don't know. It's hard to say. I thought about 1,000, but when you're there, it does feel like maybe a couple of hundred. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, maybe a couple of hundred in hindsight. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, they were nice people. I have to hand it, but I just thought, you know, it should have been led by patriots. You know what I mean? It should have been led by the hardline Tommy Robinson supporters that had been there since early, staying behind the line and doing what they were told and everything. And then, you know, as the parade's going on, you got all these people in front of the line. You know what I mean? And yeah, there was a lot of people not happy. You know what I mean? There was, I'll be honest with you, there was a lot of people saying they weren't going back. You know.
But here's the other interesting thing now, and I'm making a prediction here, Freedom Dad. If you had a look at the banners that were there, Unite the Kingdom, if you had a look underneath that Unite the Kingdom, it was Unite the West. And I noticed that this time around, the Unite the West is getting bigger. I'm predicting that Tommy's going to go on an international campaign, Unite the West, in countries like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and America. Yeah, he'll be pushing that. We're going to see more of Tommy Robinson. He's done his UK gig. It's time now he does a gig in another country, and he will.
Yeah. Well, I interviewed the little veteran, and see, I'll be honest with you, mate. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sort of really disgruntled right now, and sort of lost a wee bit of hope after that demo. You know, because of the people I was speaking to. You know, when I was interviewing the little veteran at the barbecue, I genuinely got emotional. I genuinely did feel a lump come in my throat, and I'm starting to feel like that all the time. I'm like, because I talk to a lot of guys off camera, you know, about where they're from, Leicester and Blackburn and all these places, and it's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking, you know what I mean? And I can't see a way where they're going to get rid of like 95% or 80%. Like 95% is, I believe, Blackburn, 80% in Leicester, foreigners. You know what I mean? And it's just talking to these guys, and see the guys that I have around me, they're strong, passionate patriots who refuse to move, and they're frightened, and I worry about their safety. I do. I genuinely worry about their safety because they're in these areas as patriots. You know what I mean? A lot of people say I put myself in danger, and they don't know how I do it, what I do over here. But I'm telling you now, I would rather be here taking the flag that I'm taking from all directions than being in Leicester, Blackburn, Rotherham, Rochdale, or any of these cities. And I mean that. I mean that, mate.
Well, perhaps this is one of the reasons I want to get out on the road. It's easy for me to sit at the top of a Welsh valley, although we've got quite a few around in some who are particularly hostile to me in our village because they know about me. Yeah, there's no love lost between us, but they know you're in the numbers that you talk about. And so I think this is why I want to get on the streets and get in the front line with people like Vindicator who have to live amongst it, because it's all very well for people like me to sit here in Wales, fairly safe, you know. So I understand what you're saying. And regards the emotions, it does get you, Freedom Dad, because we're both thinking people. We know, you said it yourself, when there's a town that is 95% ethnic, Yeah, well, that's going to be a ghost. That'll be.
Hear the sadness in their voices when you ask them, "How do you fix it? What do you do? Is there any going back?" They know, a lot of these guys know it's impossible, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's actually there's nobody. I mean, and like I say, it's blurring the lines by bringing so many foreigners up and having Iranians at the demos, and then you got Muslims floating about in these electric bikes. I mean, there's really blurred lines. You know what I mean? There's I'm looking at it from the guys here suffering. What's going on? What's suffering in these cities? You know what I mean? I'm looking at it from their point of view, and I can't imagine that. So we'd hear this, right? We'd hear this. We had the fucking Carmilla over here, right? I think it was yesterday or the day before, right? Right? Do you know where she went? Do you know where she went to visit?
No.
The one school in Northern Ireland, one of my schools where I was born and bred in the valleys in South Belfast. That's 95% or 90% foreigners, right? And then they had the cheek to boast about having 55 different cultures and 30 different languages in Belfast.
Oh.
So you got to ask yourself, why? Why, out of all the schools, she's coming to Northern Ireland, she's coming to Ulster, but they take her to a school that's full of foreigners?
That it's all part of something bigger. This
100%.
This was planned years ago, and it's all to do with revenge. We won't go into it now, Freedom Dad. I could talk about it for ages, about who's behind it, why, and give examples. There was a clip of Tommy the other day talking to a Zionist, and the Zionist was talking about his hatred for the English and wants us all to go to hell. They are not our friends. And they are behind what is happening to the Western world. This is all deliberate. They are frightened of people like you, Freedom Dad. They are frightened of people like me. The white race, it's an intelligent race, above average IQ, yeah? They see us as a threat.
Let me ask you a question. How does it feel to know what you know, right? To know what you know. You know what you know, but you're up against so many people that don't understand it, don't get it. Maybe we'll never understand it, we'll never believe it or ever see it. How does that feel?
I can tell you, I've been at this game since 1976. I used to think Israel was the bee's knees back then in the early days, until I learned more and more about them. And then I learned about the way the world works, Zionism, the banking systems, fractional reserve banking, quantitative easing. The more you learn, the further you go down the rabbit hole and you see the truth. Then you start to follow the money, and you follow it right up to the top of the pyramid, right to the top. And you see how they manipulate the world and politicians. It don't feel good. But what can you do, Freedom Dad? All you can do is carry on fighting. The same as you do. You fight until the end to defend Ulster. I'll fight for as long as I can to try and make people aware. It's our duty for our grandchildren.
Yeah, awakening. That's exactly what it is. But it's a lonely road, isn't it?
Lonely.
It's a lonely road, mate.
Lonely isn't the word for it. Lonely isn't the word for it. I go into the club on a Sunday and the boys are there, and I do have a lot of friends. Even if I don't sit by them, they know they are used to me. That's Paul. He'll sit in the corner on his own, just thinking. And I listen to them talking from across the room, and they talking about football, they talking about darts, stuff like that. And I think, fuck, I wish I was like them sometimes.
Yeah, me too. Oblivious.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm going to go and get a shower, mate, and I'm going to see my godson. I'm going to paint a fence. I've got a video to do. I've got a good wee video coming, so I'm going to take the dog a walk and do a video. Put that out this afternoon. Yeah, you'll like it. You'll like it.
That's the hard part, though, isn't it? I've got to do a video after this, and sometimes you just feel that mentally exhausted, and you've got to force yourself to do it.
Yeah, what I do, this is how I do it. So what I will do is I've got a clip that I'm going to be bringing to my guys. It's like a clip down Southern Ireland, and it's just to show people I'm gonna be talking about it. So what I do, I screen record it and have it on my phone. So then I go to CapCut, stick it in CapCut, and when I go for a walk with a dog, I'll play it on my phone and then do a video and just add it in that CapCut as I'm walking with my dog. So by the time I get home, the video's done. You get me? So
Yeah.
it's not affecting my day at all. I'm able to go about my day, do what I need to do, but I'm still working. You know what I mean? I've got it down to a T, like.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
But you know, Freedom Dad, I don't. You were lucky. You've got good supporters. Like now, my channel, our channel, whatever, is monetized. Yeah, I don't put anything behind a paywall.
Yeah.
The members, but I couldn't survive without our members, Freedom Dad, because my personal overheads, retired pensioner, a limited, finite, and I wouldn't be able to pay for this gimbal, or my internet links or anything unless I had the members to support me. And the ad revenue, which is not all. I put a video out, a real great video, was earned 4 pence. 4 pence. And I spent maybe 4 or 5 hours researching that video. So I don't know how you manage, mate. I really don't know how you manage.
No, mate, honestly,
you should monetize.
I get so much help from people. I've been given gimbals. I've been given stuff. Some people give me money to get equipment, and I always use them. When I got another phone there the other day, thanks to one of my followers, and I get fed and watered, picked up, dropped off, and everybody looks after me. You know, I am. You know, I really do. I've got a really good circle of friends. I've got good mates in Scotland, England, and Northern Ireland. So you know, honestly, I'm so relaxed because I know if I'm ever stuck anywhere, I could make a phone call, and I'd rather get a couple of quid put in my bank, or somebody would come and get me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. Well, you Ulster people have it well organised that way, don't you? We don't have
that is true, mate. That is true. We have it like we do. We've there is a brotherly thing there, and I think a lot of people do genuinely respect what I'm doing because of the danger and everything that I get put up with. So I do get a lot of love and a lot of help, and like I say, you know, I've got free digs. You know what I mean? You know, I've got a couch if I need it. I've got plenty of places to stay. People put me up. Like I say, not in a relationship or nothing like that. That's just too fucking. I'm not in the same place at one time. Nobody could put up with me. You know what I mean? And I've got a rule. Like, and you know, people may think it's a bit silly, but you've got to be very careful doing this. You know what I mean? Because you do meet a lot of people doing this as Freedom Dad. So I would never get involved with anybody that knows me as Freedom Dad or has met me through Freedom Dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's difficult because I'm always Freedom Dad. You know what I mean? When does anybody, you know, if you meet somebody online, somebody messages you, you know what I mean? I would never go down that. I would never, you know, it's just you just got to be very careful. You know what I mean? When you're in the limelight, you got to be very careful. And it's not about not being able to trust anybody. It's just a wee rule I have. And I wish the fuck I hadn't made it now.
Yeah. Hey, you're like one of those Second World War guerrilla leaders, resistance, living off the land. Nobody knows where you are.
I do.
No. Listen, Freedom Dad.
I want to make sure I let you know, like the people around me, Sir, Caitlin, Pinky, Glenn, all my closest, nearest and dearest will do anything for me. They feed me, they look after me, they pick me up, you know what I mean? And they really care about me. They really do care. Like Glenn does a lot of my security. Pinky's always there for me. Got the EBFD, all the boys, you know what I mean? I'm not going to name them all, but there's a squad of boys there that have got my back all the time. And I'm very fortunate, mate. I'm a fortunate guy to have good guys around me.
Well, stay safe. Mind you, if anything did happen to you, you'd make a great martyr.
Oh, I know. My videos would go viral. My videos would go viral, mate. You know, win-win, eh? Win-win.
Yeah. Hey, well, from my perspective, I've had a really good life. I've been blessed, you know. Ups and downs. Yeah. Been at the top, been at the bottom. I've had a great life. So if I had to die for the cause and it could benefit it, that'd be a win for me. At least I'd be remembered. Listen, I'm going to play you out on your song now. This is your song, okay?
Okay, brilliant. I'm going to have a wee look back and see what video you played after you.
No, it's going to be this one that I'm going to play now. Stand by.
Okay, brilliant. Well, I'll just leave you to it so I can watch it in the tally, right?
Okay.
All right, guys. Speak to you soon. Take care.
Ready. Here you go, Freedom Dad.
The old lion stood firm when the sirens would wail. Never give in without fail. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the fields. We shall never surrender, no matter what yields. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. He meant every word, no shadow of regret. This was their finest hour, he said through the night. And the people believed him, he gave us the light. But you're not the old lion, Sir Flip-Flop, no. You're not the old lion, and we need you to know. He carried our hope when the world was afraid. You promised us change and let that hope fade. You're not the old lion, we're telling you true. You're not the old lion, and we're done believing in you. If you're going through hell, keep going, he'd say. While the cities were burning, he showed us the way. The price of greatness is responsibility. He lived every word for the nation to see. He walked through the rubble, shook hands in the streets, gave courage to strangers with nothing to eat. A voice in the darkness that steadied our fears. A leader who earned every one of our cheers. But you're not the old lion, he's a flip-flop, no. You're not the old lion, and the country says so. He lifted us up when the skies were all black. You took away warmth and you never gave back. You're not the old lion, we're telling you true. You're not the old lion, and we're done believing in you.
No, 19 parts.
You came with big promises, hope in your eyes. A new day for Britain, an end to the lies. Then winter fuel gone for the old and the cold, while gifts and free tickets and suits were your gold. The trust that we gave you has slipped through your hands. The dreams that we shared lie buried in sand. No enemy marching, no bombs in the sky, just choices you made while the people ask why. The old lion lost once the fighting was done, but he won in the war, the hardest one. You've lost in the peace that you swore you would bring, and the silence is louder than anything. No, you're not the old lion. Sir Flip-Flop, no. You're not the old lion. And we want you to know we stood with the old lion through fire and through pain. But we won't stand with you, not ever again. We will not fight on the beaches for you. We will not fight in the fields for you. We will not fight in the streets for you. We will not fight anywhere for you. You wanker!
That was great, wasn't it? Well done, Ragnar. Kirsty, you're a wicked girl. You do know I'm a married man. Since when has that stopped you, Paul? Oops, is my wife listening? Anyhow, that's why she had me neutered. Hey, it was great to see Freedom Dad, wasn't it? Really great to see Freedom Dad. Talk about man in a suitcase. There was a time in my Navy, they referred to me as man in a suitcase because I belonged to a special group, OXP, out of Lochinvar. That's South Queensferry, outside Edinburgh. And I didn't have time to unpack my suitcase. I was always being sent here and there for like jobs, certain jobs that I'd been trained in. Oh dear. Yeah, but Freedom Dad is like man in a suitcase, isn't he? He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Okay, guys, that's all I've got for you for now. I will be back at 8 p.m. tonight, and I won't make that mistake. If anything does happen again, I'll put a post up in community posts, let you know I'm okay. All right. Might go looking for that guy who's looking for me. Okay, guys, be safe, be strong, aim high, vote low. See you on the next one. Take care. Have a green heart back, Kirsty. I had the last word.